the fireworks team. Getting everything set up. We're doing really well on time. We've got three and a half hours to go, and looks like we'll be shooting fireworks, weather permitting. So far so good as far as the weather goes. Only guy's in charge of that one, so we don't have a whole lot to say about it.
I thought if you were going back there.
I will. I'll take them in the van.
Okay.
I got to go get somebody to run me that van.
Okay.
Okay. You want to run me up this?
Yeah.
Come on. I'll be right back.
What number? Because here we skip.
How you doing? My name is Max Wilson. This is my 23rd time to shoot off fireworks for the Carlsbad Fire Department. I believe I'll be the only fireman that'll retire that can say he shot fireworks every single year that he worked. From the very beginning of lighting the fireworks with punks to what we have right now with the electrical system. It just grows every year.
Hello, this is Mike Reynolds from the Carlsbad Fire Department. We're up here at the upper shooting site for the 4th of July fireworks display. This site is located at the high point in the golf course, above the driving range and above the 18th green on the municipal golf course. At this site we have the larger shells. We have on the trailer here the mortars in racks that are loaded with 4-inch shells, 5-inch diameter shells, and then over here we have the 6, 8, 10, and 12-inch diameter shells that are mounted in mortars that are buried in the ground. And as we walk around, we can look at the wiring system. Each shell is wired with an electric match, or a squib sometimes it's called, and that squib electrically ignites the black powder fuse, which ignites the shell and launches it out of the mortar up into the sky. 4-inch shells go on the average of 400 feet in the air, 5-inch shells 500 feet. You figure rule of thumb is an inch, for every inch in diameter they go about 100 feet in the air. These are the rails that hook up to each shell is wired into a electrical hookup. The rail in turn is wired to a cable which goes to a central firing system over here, and we just throw switches and fire these shells. As we go around the trailer here, you see that we have several hundred shells loaded on this trailer. They're all, like I said, 4-inch and 5-inch diameter shells. Over here in the bunkers, we have our 6, 8, 10-inch, and 12-inch diameter shells. This here is a 12-inch diameter shell, a 10-inch, an 8-inch, and a couple 6s in there. And we have these all duplicated all the way down the row here. And same as the trailer, each one is electronically wired up to these rails that you see laying in the middle. And those are wired to cables that go back to a shooting system, and we fire them by throwing the electrical switches. And as you look down over the golf course here, the audience is across the river on the other side at a safe distance. We have to maintain a safe distance of these shells, and there's codes and standards that tell us how far away from the audience we have to be for a 12-inch shell. And it's quite a good distance. Down below on the river's edge we have our 3-inch shells, our multiple shot boxes, the waterfall that people see on the river toward the end of the show, and we have a geometric display, which is a special designed set of shells that goes up in geometrical patterns. They consist of 3-inch mines and comets, 4-inch palm trees, 6-inch palm trees, and 8-inch palm trees. They all go up in a pattern in a sequence. We fire those 6 times during the course of the show. And that's all down there right on the water's edge on the par 3 golf course. And now we're going to go down to the par 3, and I'll show you the setup that we have down there with the geometric and the 3-inch shells on the trailer down there and the shot boxes and how we have that done.
Brad, is there anybody in
Yeah, we are. Okay, here we've got all the 3-inch shells on the trailer here that are all loaded and wired in, just the same as the 4 and 5s were up on the hill. And we'll be firing these electronically also. You can see the cables on the ground that we hook up to the firing system, which terminates right here to fire all these shells. These racks on the ground here are for the large 2-inch Roman candles, which we're going to wire in 3 sets of 3. And down below is what's called the geometric pattern. And those are the ones that go off in sets, in geometric design sets. These are supposed to be separated. We have these small 3-inch sets of mines and comets. They're supposed to be separated 100 feet from end to end, with the 4-inch, 6-inch, and 8-inch shells in the center. And what happens is we throw a switch, we fire a set of 6 comets, 3 on each end, 100 feet apart. Then the next shot right after that is 6 mines, 100 feet apart, 3 on each end. And then another second we fire the 3 4-inch palm trees that go up in a fan shape, followed by a 6-inch palm tree, followed by an 8-inch palm tree. And it all spreads out in the sky and stacks up in the sky. It's a beautiful, very, very dramatic shot when it goes off. We do that 6 different times during the show. And all laid along in here, we're going to have all of our multi-shot boxes, they're called. These are the boxes that the people really enjoy. They go off and they'll go back and forth in Z patterns and wave in the sky and come up with a variety of colors and shapes and patterns as they go back and forth in the sky really fast. And those are real crowd pleasers. They love them, so we got more of them this year. Here's our audience over there. They're starting to fill in. By the time the show goes off, that you won't be able to see any grass over there. It'll be full of people. And then, of course, there's boats on the river here, and we have to keep pushing them back during the show to keep them away from the fireworks during the course of the show. So our beach patrol over there is in charge of keeping the boaters away from our firing safe zone, which is about halfway across the river. And that's essentially it. About 8:30, 8:45 tonight, we'll start the show.
Happy 4th of July!
Yeah. As part of the recreation for July the 4th is our wonderful beach here, our river here, and of course we've got to have people that are actually taking charge of those people that may go in at the deep end. And what better to survive us if we get into trouble are our famous lifeguards here. And could you please state your name for Channel 23? You're on television.
Yes, my name is Jared Riley. Robbie Harrington.
Cody McGonigal.
Patrick Bryant.
Stephen Hicks.
Alexis Calvani.
Alexis, come over here. Please come over here. How come we've got 5 gentlemen here, is that right? And 1 lady?
The ladies are over there.
Oh, so what are they doing over there?
It's their break.
It's their break. Well, we'll go and talk to them in a minute. Now,
Okay.
have you actually had to rescue anybody here today?
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 No, no one's allowed in the water today.
Oh, well, that's good. And who is this gentleman behind hiding here? Come forward, sir.
This is my boss, Ellie.
Kelly, how are you, Kelly? Well, he's no stranger to us with the city of Carlsbad. He's one of Carlsbad's finest firefighters. And what does that stand for? CFD.
Carlsbad Fire Department.
Would you believe that? And I didn't know that. How's it going so far today?
Going good.
Any incidents yet?
No, beach is closed today to swimmers, so it's been nice and slow down here.
Well, that's great. Well, listen, we think you're doing a great job, and we appreciate the work you're doing. And can you just set us off? No, you're not allowed to blow the whistle because you bring all the...
Oh, I could definitely.
Can you do that? Here we go, folks. You're going to blow the whistle for us.
Hey!
We're going to check on these lifeguards here that are in their break because it looks as though they're probably having lunch or something. So come and join us. Follow me, folks, and let's go and see who these wonderful people are here. These are also Carlsbad's finest. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? Would you stand up and just come out here a second? This is Channel 23 television. Can you believe that?
Awesome. I think I have one of those shirts.
You've got one of those shirts. First of all, before we get into the shirts, could you please tell us what your name is, sir?
Keith Lopez.
Keith Lopez. Look at the camera when you say that.
Shaylee Wilson. Jessica Lee. Kara Hicks. Ashley Cummings.
Joshua Fisher.
So, how many lifeguards in total here today?
12.
12 of you. Now, are you all good swimmers? You must be.
Yes.
Have you taken any lessons that, for first aid and that sort of thing?
Yes.
So, have you had to rescue anybody yet? I understand today there's nobody allowed in the water, but I mean yesterday, the day before, have you rescued anybody yet?
No.
Okay. This is fun, folks. It's going to get better. So tell us, what do you do in the training for lifeguards?
We have to swim like 300 meters, and then we have to swim with a brick. We have to get a dummy from the very 13 feet, and then we we have to take a first aid class.
A first aid class. Now come over here, sir, because we're trying to get you in shot here. Excuse me, ladies. So turn around, face the camera. So are you a pretty good swimmer then?
Yes, sir.
How are you in the swim team at school or something?
No, sir.
So you just, wow, but you must have some magical way of saving people, because obviously you wouldn't have been chosen for the job.
Yes.
Yes, good, okay, well let's see, who else wants to say, come forward sir, because we're a bit worried about this, Joshua, and I noticed you got the glasses on. This is very good. This is obviously good protection for the sun. What about, you know, keeping your, you know, skin nice and tan for the heat out here?
Yeah, the firefighters give us lots of sunblock. Make sure we drink a lot and stuff. So.
Well, that's
What?
That's good. Okay. Well, look. Just look at the camera there, if you would, and just also, if you would, watch me on Channel 23 because they love that. Our viewers. We've got thousands of viewers out there. So I'll give you 3. 1, 2, 3.
Watch me on
Watch me
Channel
on Channel
23.
That was not good.
Can we do it again? 1, 2, 3. Watch me on Channel 23. Well, there we have it. We've just spoken to the lifeguards, and now we're going to go and see what the fire department and the police department are up to, because obviously there's going to be a lot of people out here today. As you can see, people are starting to enjoy themselves on the river here with their boats and all sorts of recreation. So we're going to have a great time. We're going to talk to the police department. We're going to talk to some people out there that are barbecuing. Hey, maybe they'll let us have a little sample of their barbecue. Let's go.
No problem.
Everybody
If you're around here, you can talk to dispatch. If you're way down there, then you've got to switch to channel 6 and you got to talk to the command post right here, and then they'll relay the information. If I know this is confusing, but if you're right here, you can just turn your channel to 1 and you can talk to dispatch from here. You don't have to change anything. Just go to 1, talk to dispatch if you're in this area. If you're way over there, turn to 6, make your request through the dispatch here. They'll relay it and get back with you. Lieutenant Moyers, I'm the branch director for law enforcement for this exercise. We got about 25-30 officers right here. We were given a short briefing on parking problems that we have in the park, drinking. There's a lot of people here, probably at peak time, probably be about 10,000 people here shortly before the fireworks go off. So a lot of people. Just main thing was just be safe and handle the parking issues.
The 4th of July celebration out here is really a community, county-wide event. We not only have all the city folks here, we have many volunteers from the county. We'll have county volunteer fire departments here backing us up. They'll provide fire suppression in the areas we're actually launching the fireworks. We have volunteers out here throughout the day in some small vehicles patrolling the beach, make sure we don't have any fires there. Really a joint operation between everybody here involved in Eddy County.
My name is William Law. I'm the logistics section chief on the exercise at the 4th of July. My role here is to provide supplies and services for the police officers and the firefighters who are running the show. In a real incident, the emergency management office would call me. I would make phone calls and activate services such as the command post or the tents, food services, things like that, so the officers would have the supplies they need and be able to focus on the job they need to do to protect the public. My job is primarily to serve those who are serving the public.
We're fixing to have a briefing here in 5 minutes for the command staff and the incident management team, and we're essentially set up and prepared well this year for the 4th of July.
Do what?
I'm Joel Arnwine. I'm the emergency manager in Eddy County. Today on the 4th of July, in this great event of fireworks and folks visiting our beach area, we set up an incident command system where we're actually going to be running the event of the 4th of July as if it were an event or an incident. We set up a complete command and general staff for the operations. So we have with us a finance section where the planning chief and the finance folks can keep track of the people that are here, the number of hours that they work, how much it costs for those hours, and keep track of all the things that we spend dollars on. We have an operations section chief and incident commander that are working out of a tent here where they're doing a lot of things to keep the operations running. We have a logistics and medical folks that are taking care of the incident personnel. Anybody gets hurt or injured, logistics is here and medical is here to take care of them. Logistics is taking care of water, ice, food, fuel for generators, all of the running around that has to be done. Logistics is taking care of that. What we've done is set it up so that the operational folks can take care of the operations, and logistics and planning and finance and incident command can support the operations to make things happen.
First Sergeant Spencer, I'm with the New Mexico State Guard. We're with Detachment 6, based here in Carlsbad. We're down here supporting the fireworks incident management team as logistical support this year.
Hey, I'm Bob Dugas, and I'm from First Assembly of God Church, and we volunteered to cook for all the firemen and police officers today, and we're cooking hamburgers and hot dogs and smoked sausage for them, and we had some fine sponsors that helped us as well, Madrone Services and Lakeside Meats, and we're just proud to be able to give some service back to the community service people.
I'm Charlotte Devers. This is all the fixings for the hamburgers and the hot dogs. And we're all from First Assembly of God. These are my friends that are helping, and they'll introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Vicki. I'm the hot dog bun lady.
Hi, I'm Lynn Strickland. I run and get hot dogs and hamburgers for people.
I'm just giving out the chips. My name is Sandy.
I'm Don Devers, and we're from First Assembly of God Church, and we're down here to help these guys distribute the food for the firemen and the guys that's doing all the safety work down here today, and we just want to be a helping hand and show the love of Jesus.
Basically, I'm Chris Luco. We're showing the officers and the firemen basically the appreciation that we have for them for doing their duty and putting their lives on the line every day for us. Part of the First Assembly of God. Basically just sharing God's love to everybody.
Hey, I'm Tracy Arnwine, and I am the Planning Sections Chief for the 4th of July 2010 firework display here at Eddy County. We are set up over right here is the ICP. We have a Division West, which is the west side of the river, and then we have an East Division, which is on the east side of the river. And so we have law enforcement and fire and EMS both set up on both sides in case there's an incident. And right now we're getting ready to have our briefing for the afternoon, and we're going to turn it over to Tom with our weather.
We have seen a couple of thunderstorms form up just right off the Guadalupe Mountains here just north of Queen. They are pushing off to the east, but it's indicative though of two things, that we're going to see more development right along the mountains. It will probably drift east, so there is still that 30 to 40% chance of a scattered showers, thunderstorm in the forecast, starting about, we may up a little bit, starting about 4 o'clock local time and into the early part of the evening. Biggest threat's going to be heavy rain. You see something come over, ground saturated for nearly 3 to 4 inches of rain past few days. So it's going to cause some quick flooding, so there could be some problems with that. About the most I think we'll see in the way of any wind or hail is maybe dime-sized hail. Wind gusts up to about 40, 45 miles an hour. Temperature should top out about 85 degrees. It's going to stay humid, so it will be somewhat uncomfortable in the afternoon. But again, the biggest threat with anything is really going to be a thunderstorm or two a little bit later on, early part of the evening. And there's also the threat of cloud to ground lightning with that. So that will be again moving in from the west across to the east here over the next few hours.
Anybody have any questions? And again, in the back of your IAP, there's a lightning fact sheet, kind of safety to remind you what to do and what not to do. I'm going to hand it over to Robert for operations.
Okay, going over the 204s, we're going to start with East Division Fire and EMS. No real change since this morning. We have Mike Reynolds as the Division Group Supervisor and Max Wilson as the Branch Director. Skelton uphill, Maxwell downhill, and we have Robin Williams will be coming on 1800 for the Fire Task Force. Again, your control operations in the plan are not as they should be. All the fireworks guys have been here since this morning. They're going to be loading, securing, and launching the fireworks. They're going to be taking care of EMS on the east side of the river, and they're going to take care of fire suppression on the east side of the river. Comm plan remains unchanged from this morning. If you need to reach Carlsbad, they are on Zone 16 Channel 1. East Division is on Channel 3. FireNet is on Channel 4. Command is on Channel 6. All this is in Zone 16. And fireworks will be on Zone 16 Channel 11. That is exclusively for the launching and use of the fireworks. Nobody should be using that channel for communications. Make sure you stay off of Channel 11. Westside Fire and EMS. We have Mike Risnum is the group supervisor. Running the lifeguards, we have Kelly Hicks and Jay Carter. Dive team is being run by Robert Sanchez. And EMS, change to what's in your IAP, is being run by Steve Dorado. We'll have a brief on the EMS plan here in a minute. Their operations are to provide water safety for swimmers, watercraft, and other recreation, provide medical assistance as needed to public and event staff, provide rapid fire suppression support within the event boundaries. Their comm plan, they speak to the city of Carlsbad on Zone 16 Channel 1. They can talk to the West Division, which is their primary channel, Zone 16 Channel 2. FireNet is down on Channel 4. And command is on a repeated frequency on Channel 6. If for any of you in your divisions, if you cannot reach somebody or having trouble communicating on your simplex channels, switch over to command on that Channel 6 and they will relay for you. She's got a 100-watt radio in here, so if they can't hear you, they will hear her. East Division Law Enforcement. Your Division Group Supervisor is Jay Blackman and your Branch Director is Jay Moyers. East Patrol Strike Team is run by Tiller with 3 people. And your Fireworks Strike Team run by Wetzel with 4 people. They are to maintain security on the golf course and Riverwalk during the fireworks. They're to ensure safety of public responders and stakeholders. Officers are not allowed anyone except firefighters on the golf course or Riverwalk during fireworks. Their comm plan as before, they can speak to the city of Carlsbad on Zone 16 Channel 1. They can talk to, they're on the East Division as our primary frequency on Channel 3. They can reach command on Channel 6. And if they need to go to the law enforcement net, that is on Zone 16 Channel 12. That is VLAW 31. Some of your IAPs in different 204s say VLAW 32, some say 31. But it is Zone 16, Channel 12, VLAW 31 is the law enforcement net. West Side Law Enforcement, you have Jay Griffin as your group supervisor. Patrol Strike Team 1 with B. Rodriguez with 5. Patrol Strike Team 2 with...
No, let him finish what he's doing.
Okay.
Let Blackman do the traffic.
Okay, so that's fine. Patrol Strike Team 2 is Devlin with 5. And Parking Strike Team is Pierce with 5. And you have another Patrol Strike Team with Gonzalez with 5. Their operations are to ensure that traffic routes remain open and parking is lawful, provide safety and security to the public assembled in and around the park, ensure all event communications are interoperable, ensure all facilities are secure. Special notes to ensure safety of the public and responders. They can speak to the city of Carlsbad, Zone 16 Channel 1. The West Division's primary radio channel is Zone 16 Channel 2. Command can be found on Channel 6. It's a repeated channel. And the LawNet is V31, different from your IAP, Zone 16, Channel 12. Okay, next is this nightmare we call traffic, and I'm going to pass that right off to the traffic wizard.
John Blackman, he's coming.
You want to go over the control operations and special operations as well?
Sure.
All right, for a traffic post on East 1, which is the the different quads that we broke it up into. Division group is myself. Branch director is Lieutenant Moyers. At Riverside and Church, we have Adrian Rodriguez as the team leader there, as one person assigned to him. Main parking lot is Rivera. He'll have 2. Riverside and Parkview is Jesse Rodriguez by himself there. Church and Pratt. And Church and Parkview, we're hoping to have it be occupied by 2 sheriff's deputies. Not really sure if that's actually going to happen or not yet. Muscatel and Locust, Devlin is one, and he's going to be the actual task force team leader on that one. The control operations ensure that traffic routes remain open and parking is lawful, provide safety and security for the public assembled in and around the park, ensure that all event communications are interoperable, and ensure all facilities are secure. Special instructions are ensure safety of the public, responders, and stakeholders. We report to duty location at 2000 hours. You'll close all inbound traffic 20:45 or when advised. Control outbound event traffic flow and check out ICP before leaving duty location. Your communications, Carlsbad Zone 16 Channel 1, the East Division the same, Zone 16 Channel 3, Command is Channel 6, Zone 16, and LawNet is Zone 16 Channel 12. You turn the page there and you go to Traffic Post East 2 Quad. There you have Muscatel and Masters, excuse me. And Willie Pierce is in charge of that one there, just by himself. Green and Muscatel, Witcher will be the team leader on that with 2 persons, and then Green and Park, Manuel Avila with 2 persons for him. Your task force leader for that one is Willie Pierce. You have the same control operations and same special instructions. Your communication, Carlsbad's, actually it's all the same. You switch over to Traffic Post West 1. At Blodgett and Main, you have Corporal Beeson with 2 there. Church and Main is Corporal Duarte with 2. Church and Canyon with Baca, and he has 2. Church and Canal is Phillips, and he has 2. Blodgett and Canal is Tiller, and she has 2. And Riverside and Canal is James Flores, and he has 2. And that task force leader is Baca. Control operations, special instructions stay the same. Same as the communication. You flip the page, last one there is the Traffic Post West 2. At Green and Main, you have Officer Castillo, he has 2. Green and Canyon, you have Corporal Fodge, and he has 2. And Green and Canal, you have Officer Wilkinson, and he has 2. And that task force leader is Corporal Fodge. And control operations, special instructions, and communications are the same. Any questions?
Thanks, John.
Welcome.
Hey, if there's no more questions for John, then we'll go to Will with logistics.
The only updates we have for logistics is dinner is going to be between 4 and 6. If you're over here, go ahead and give me your orders. Chester's standing right there. You can give your orders to Chester. Try not to go up individually and give your orders because we end up with double orders when you do that. At 7 o'clock, I'm going to send over a ground support team to take the tent down over next to the fireworks so we don't catch that on fire. Other than that, I've been checking. Everybody seems to be in good shape. If you need ice delivered, let me know before you leave, and we'll get that over to you this afternoon. Questions? Okay.
Thank you, Will. Next we have medical and Steve.
Also on medical, nothing else has really changed from this morning. Just want to ask you team leaders that are around, check your people. Okay, starting to get into the afternoon now. People are out there rolling around, transporting and moving around and stuff. So just watch for the heat, the dehydration and stuff. Make sure everybody's drinking water. Check the people as you're patrolling. Make sure that they are actually drinking some water and that they're not just out there laying out in the sun. Medical has not changed at all. It's still in the same places. If I am correct, the channel is still the same. Should be VTAC 16, channel 2. And unless you guys have any questions, it should still be the same.
Steve, we've added a medic unit over here on this side. Care Plus is here. Care Plus is here now, and we have an ambulance up here.
Oh, great. Okay. All right, Care Plus, another ambulance on this side over here. Did not know about it, but if y'all need it, it's here. Are they going to be providing transportation out, or are they just here to provide?
All they're doing is they're a short-term standby.
All right. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Any questions?
Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to safety with Ron. Maybe. There you are.
No issues, no changes that I know of. No safety issues out there, is there? Just watch for the holes on the ground. You gotta watch for the holes in the ground. Everybody's keeping hydrated, staying out of the sun, keeping in the shade. So, any questions? Just be safe, right?
People are going to be on.
Wear PPE.
You guys might look at your 6 minutes. Look at your 6 minutes of safety and your lightning safety plans there, so that you are prepared if something happens.
Watch out.
Watch out.
We'll go through the watch out section.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have public information with Maurice.
The only thing that I can update you on is everything's going smooth as far as my end. We've had the local newspaper out. He did some questioning with Mr. Brader and Mr. Arnwine. Now we have our local television station, Channel 23 out here. So we're getting some good exposure on this event. We've had a few lost things, so they've been turned in. So if anybody's looking for lost items, have them report over to the planning and info tent, and we'll try to get that stuff back to them. Other than that, I understand the fireworks are being loaded and everything's on schedule. Questions? Nada? All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Here's things from my perspective.
Okay, we're going to revert one because I missed. So now Joel's going to give us a little brief.
In your IAP, there's an incident within an incident action plan. So that's that plan. If something happens out of the ordinary that was not part of the planned event, I said this morning we didn't plan any curveballs for this exercise. So this is just if something happens. So review that incident within an incident action plan and make sure that if you're an operations section chief, a division soup, a branch chief, a branch director, a safety officer, a communications unit leader, a medical unit leader, or the command and general staff, that you know what your actions are related to the incident within an incident plan. Thank you.
Okay, then we have Frosty with finance.
I'd just like to thank everybody that's come through the tent and filled out the paperwork. So we have people checked in. If there's anybody that's coming on shift now, if you please stop in before you go out to the duty. But everything's going quite smooth in our end. So thanks a lot.
And they got air conditioning in there too.
Oh yeah.
And just to reiterate what Frosty said, I know a lot of you did. We did really good on checking in, but just remember if shifts change and we get checked out, don't forget to check out this evening. You can also, if you're going to be here until midnight or whatever it is, or after, you can check out on your radio, and then Jeanette will get a list from Jeanette. So if that's easier for y'all to do, feel free to do that rather than coming back all the way over here. Of course, we'd love to see you anyway, so if you get a chance, come by, but if not, see Jeanette. And that's all I have. So, Jared?
Were there any communications problems this morning that we should be aware of that we're not aware of? Okay, a few updates I want to make sure that you've got correct. On the Law Enforcement Group West, the law net is VLAW 31, even if your thing says 32. Channel 12 is the correct channel, but it is VLAW 31. Also, on Traffic Post West, the law net, VLAW 31, not 32. Channel 12 is the correct channel. And on Traffic Post West Second Quad, same thing. LawNet is VLAW 31, not 32. It is Channel 12. I do have some charged batteries if anybody needs them for their units, the 2500s. Come and see me. See if we can get set up. Do you have any questions, anybody? Okay, I'll turn it back to you.
Okay. One more issue I just heard from Will. If anybody needs a golf cart, y'all need to check it out with us, not just hop in it and drive off. So let us know if you need one, if you've got one, and all that jazz. That's all I have. So
Good afternoon, I'm Jared Flores. I'm a lieutenant at the Carlsbad Police Department. I'm incident commander over this event. Just a couple of things, guys. Use your chain of command, and according to the IAP, be safe out there and have a good time, okay?
What I'd like to do is show the citizens of Eddy County, Carlsbad, and Artesia a vital, important piece of equipment that we use for incidents and emergencies. It provides communication, it provides office space, it provides a lot of resources during an emergency. So come on inside and I'll show you what we have. And so here we are in our mobile command post that allows us to provide for all types of communications, radio communications, telephone communications, satellite internet, networks, patching capabilities to patch unlike radio systems together. We can bring a radio operator in that can operate radios for us, serve as a remote or mobile dispatch center. So we can bring a dispatcher in. We have a communications unit leader that can set up communication systems that we can use. We can provide office type things like computers, fax, printers, those kinds of things. Some of the creature comforts, we have a galley that has a kitchen in it with microwave and a coffee pot, important things on incidents. And then we also have bathroom facilities, and then we also have a conference area where we can meet and talk about the things that need to be taken care of. Today our incident meteorologist is working out of our conference room. We can hang maps on the wall. We can make all kinds of plans back in this area of our command post. A lot of capabilities all in one vehicle. You load it up, drive it to where you need to go. It takes about 20-25 minutes to set up, and we're in business.
Welcome Channel 23 viewers. This is a fantastic day for the nation. Of course it's July the 4th and we are down here at the beach, and I've got a couple of guests that I've just found that actually kicked off the celebrations today. Please tell us what your name is, please.
Michael Smart. Pearl Smart.
Now a lot of people know you, Michael and Pearl, because of obviously the parades that you've brought to Carlsbad over the years.
Yes,
and this morning's parade was no exception. You actually are the organizer of the July the 4th parade, correct?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you tell all our viewers how difficult that is to put together and how successful indeed it was this year?
Well, it's good, but it's a lot of work, and I enjoyed everybody coming out, and I'm sorry it fell on a Sunday this year, but it was great. We had a good turnout. We had like 50 or 60 people there, and they all had a great time.
Well, certainly I was in the parade. The county had their fire truck, as traditionally is. Now, Pearl, what did you think of the parade? Good turnout, correct? What do you think of the floats?
Yes, I think the floats were pretty nice, and I think we had a good turnout this year. And I hope everybody's doing this again next year.
Well, it's great. Well, of course, it's going to fall on a Monday next year. So all those people out there, all our Channel 23 viewers, come out and support the July the 4th parade. Michael and Pearl are doing a great job for our community, and we really appreciate your services.
And so y'all are doing good, and everybody on 23 should be enjoy everything that's going on.
Well, hopefully, and I love those t-shirts. Thanks very much. We're going to go out and see some other people, folks, so follow us.
I'm Ruben Bonilla, my girl Crystal Mendoza. We're here at Carlsbad, have a good time. This is Josie. We're here, have a really good time with all these people from around here.
My name is Jennifer and I'm from El Paso, and I'm here with my mom. Hi, Channel 23. I hope you have a great 4th of July.
What's happening? We on TV?
Yeah.
We're on Channel 23.
Girls, come here. I'm calling Grandma.
Hi, my name is Mary Cruz and I'm from Lovington, New Mexico, and I'm here in Carlsbad enjoying July 4th.
Yeah.
watching on Channel 23.
Happy 4th of July!
Derek Balzano with Carlsbad Cruise Lines and the Trinity Hotel, enjoying a great afternoon here, 4th of July at Lake Carlsbad. And we have plenty of activities here this weekend, pedal boats, kayaks, George Washington paddle wheeler, a lot of barbecues and different events that are going on today. So we had a great time and we're glad that the weather finally subsided and had some sunshine.
My name is Mike Sloan. I'm from Carlsbad, New Mexico. July the 4th is a great, beautiful day to be out here enjoying, see the fireworks, and I'm a member of the United States Marine Corps, Vietnam.
Hi, my name is Christina, and I want to say happy 4th of July to everybody here at the beach. This is my sister Cindy, and hello to all the Channel 23 viewers. Happy 4th of July.
My name's Luke. Happy 4th of July.
Tyler Hayden, this is Shay. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
My name is Ron Schiller, and everybody have a happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July!
Hello, my name is Freddie Chila. I'm down here at the beach in Carlsbad, New Mexico, barbecuing for the 4th of July with my family. I've got some jalapeno poppers here. It's a jalapeno wrapped with bacon, stuffed with cream cheese, and grilled to perfection. Also in here I've got barbecued ribs. That looks good, don't it? Got barbecued corn. This is my wife, my assistant, taking care of the corn, getting it ready. This is it's a family tradition. We like to come down here every year and have a good time and celebrate the 4th of July here at the beach in Carlsbad. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July!
My name's Casey Tanner, and we're sitting here eating bratwurst and ribs and jalapeno poppers.
Chicken, brisket. What do you want, Maya?
Brisket,
You want one this time, Maya?
chicken, all the good stuff.
So we eat the brisket. Brisket's already done. It's over there. We got some chicken, ribs, some boneless ribs, grilling beans. Can't go wrong with those. Jalapeno poppers. Check out those jalapeno poppers. Yes, sir. Lovely. Get the sodas, everything. You know, the chips. Join the 4th. Join the 4th. Yes, sir.
It's all about the 4th of July.
4th of July.
Happy 4th of July!
My name is Tina Thompson. I'm from Hobbs, New Mexico, and we're here to celebrate the 4th, both my daughters, and I hope everybody has a wonderful 4th of July.
My name is Eric Armendariz. I'm cooking some corn, bratwurst. We got some beans here. Ribs. I'd like to wish everybody happy 4th of July.
He's a good chef. I don't care what anybody says. He's real good. And he's a good brisket, good potato salad, and we all got a good family going.
Look at that.
My name is Katrina, and I am enjoying playing volleyball with all my family, Dr. Jar's family, Valdez, and it's Michael's little birthday, 12th birthday. Michael Valdez. Say hi.
Hi. My name is Michael. Today's my birthday. I'm gonna be 12. And happy 4th of July.
Woo! Michael!
Happy 4th of July.
Steven Ellis is my fiance, Ashley Almendarez, and this is our family.
Happy 4th! This is my son, and today's his birthday on the 4th of July.
My name is Benny, and this is my 4th of July wife.
Yeah, my name's Ray Peters. I'm here with a family and plus about 50 other people. My sons, my daughters over here from Fort Worth, my aunt, from Artesia, my mama, they're from here too. This is my youngest son here. And this is Clay and his family right over here. Dennis.
We're all local.
We're all from around this area.
We got this guy.
Here it comes. All right. That's our mascot.
How you doing? I'm Jeremy Childress. I'm the chef. I'm cooking hot dogs, corn, hamburgers, as you can see right there. Tasty and delicious. That's how we do it over here for the Ansuras family, the Peters family. Some ribs, some pork chops. Delicious. You can't get it nowhere else right here. Nowhere else. And right here, it's about to go down. I'm about to cook some chicken for everybody. That's how we do it. Here's some excess ribs right here just in case. People like them burnt. That's how we do it in Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Yes, sir.
Happy 4th of July. Everybody say hi.
I'm Coach Ram, and I'm representing the Blue All-Star team here in Carlsbad National Little League. And I want to present my team here. Right here to the left is
Colton Rhodes. What position? Left field. Nate Nahar, right field. Marquise Williams, third base. Jonah Matthews, second base. Joseph Gomez, first base. Chris Garcia, second base. TJ Reese, shortstop.
And we also have Kevin Martinez, he's not here today. Steven Carrasco's not here today, and Andres Juarez, they're not here today. We're gonna play a tournament on Monday, All-Star tournament, so everybody show up.
Happy 4th of July!
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Dorado with the Carlsbad Fire Department, and I'm running the EMS section here in Carlsbad for the 4th of July. We've got a first aid station set up here, and we've got some cots inside and stuff for the public, just in the event that we may have somebody who may need some first aid or something. So, I mean, if you want to look inside, we've got enough here to take care of pretty much around 6 people. And plus we've got some backup with the city themselves with the ambulance service and stuff who will be able to transport patients to the hospital.
We still have
Hi everybody, my name is Beth Brader. I want to wish you a happy 4th of July.
I hope you have a happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July!
Watch me on Channel 23.